Is there not an entire section on this subject?
Yes, so it's unfair. I may have changed my mind about beef.
Is your book for sale back?
Yes.
Have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
I'm not sure. I just go and try to do a better job.
Say it like you mean it. This is my Bible.
Yo, Trey.
What up?
I got something to say.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let Me Tell You, episode 122. I'm your host, Norm, the Master's Dog Dunham, aka the Evangelical Norm. So, Let Me Tell You is a podcast I do dealing with current events, politics, stuff like that. Try to look at it from a Christian worldview. Sometimes I forget to even do that, which is the whole purpose of the podcast. And just talk about it as things come up. So I used to try to be real regimented in the scheduling of this. Wanted to do every Monday morning and get one out, but with working graveyard shifts and stuff like that, it's kind of hard. So I've gotten a little lax with the scheduling, and really I just kind of, as things come up and I'm like, that's something I really want to talk about, then I just put together an episode and toss it out there and let you guys check it out and see if it's helpful for you or not. So that's a little bit of background on the podcast, what we do here right now, what I do here right now. There's no we, it's me. It's a one-man show. And so that is for those who are new subscribers. I've had probably 10 new subscribers over the last couple of weeks. I know 10 doesn't sound like much, but when you've only got 200 or 190, we're finally significantly. I say significantly over the 200 mark. It's 204, but I've danced around that 200 mark for a long time. 200, 199, 198, 199, 200. 204 is where we're at right now, and I think we're going to kind of maintain above 200 at this point. I mean, lose a couple, gain a couple, off and on. But again, those of you who have subscribed and liked and shared, it's because of you guys that the videos continue to gain more and more subscribers. So if you haven't already, if you're new listening to this or watching this podcast, hit the subscribe button there on YouTube, hit the like button, hit the notifications. You'll get all this content that I release here on the Evangelical Norm network, I guess you could call it. That's a network of podcasts that I do, all of them. So yeah, catch all that stuff. If you're listening online, hit the subscribe. If you're on iTunes, leave a 5-star review if you like it. If you don't like it, don't lie, but I'd just say don't leave a review. But all that stuff helps to gain more and more subscribers, Mr. Algorithm. And no, I didn't steal that from Space Jam. I've been calling him Algorithm for a long time. And I don't know, maybe even kind of envisioned him as Don Cheadle, though. He makes a good, computer guy. I don't know. So, and then he puts it out to more and more people who would kind of like-minded, who might want to watch or listen along with us. So, all that being said, we are going to jump into this. Over the last week or so, there's really been much ado about nothing, and there's a lot of people who really owe this young lady an apology. So Simone Biles last week withdrew from an event in the Olympics, and people lost their minds. And it's insane the way that it happened. I mean, and again, if you watch, that whole hashtag stay balanced, Kurt Kennedy, he and I are kind of along, very similar in our desire. Now, I'll say, let me put it, he probably does a better job of it than I do, of staying balanced. He does. I great respect for Kurt in his ability to stay balanced. I tend to I lean a lot to the right. right? But again, my hope is that I can maintain a consistent worldview on both sides of politics, no matter where it's coming from. I want to be maintain something that is consistent, and usually, I mean, my hope is that it's biblical as well. So, but you really did see people go nuts over this, mainly upon the woke lines, right? It's the, you know, people were like, oh, she gone woke and she's she's this and she's that, and so, and the reality was, I mean, she said it was for mental health. Fine, that's that. She owes us nothing. She does gymnastics, I'm assuming, because she loves to do gymnastics, right? I mean, it's the reason why LeBron James and Donovan Mitchell and these guys play basketball. They're good. They make a lot of money. They make a lot more money than she probably does. I mean, as an Olympic athlete, I mean, she's got endorsements and stuff like that. She's not broke, right? But people do, because they do this. One, they're good, and they love the game. She's good. I mean, I really don't like the term GOAT. I really don't. I'll use it, and I'll admit Tom Brady, as much as I don't like that dude, greatest quarterback veritably of all time. I mean, all time is a long time. There's a lot of people involved in that all time period, right? Michael Jordan can really honestly be called the GOAT. I mean, there may come someone that might be better. It's not LeBron. He's not even top 5. But this young lady, I mean, reality, the last 20 years, definitely the greatest gymnast we have seen in the last 20 years. But she doesn't owe us anything. Yes, she made the Olympic team. Yes, there were other people, hopefuls, and so on. But she is the best. She made the team. She had a situation. She withdrew for mental health reasons. And people got mad about that. What is there to be mad about? What, I mean, and seriously? And then come to find out, her aunt passed away. Now, she didn't want to just come out and say that for whatever reason. I mean, and again, there's nothing, she doesn't owe us an explanation. Owes us nothing. Me, as a spectator of the Olympics, am not owed a thing from any of the U.S. or any other Olympic athlete from any other country. They don't know anything. They do this because they love it and they want to do it. And she had a moment where she had to say, I'm backing out. I don't remember anybody having a conniption fit. Maybe some people did. When Donovan Mitchell decided he wasn't going to be on the U.S. basketball team. Right? I mean, I don't know. It seems so ridiculous to be so upset. And some people were. You know, I mean, I think for the most part, people I know were just like, well, you know, I mean, I was asked about it multiple times. Well, what do you think? Well, I hope she gets better. Whatever the mental health issue is, I hope she gets what she needs and comes back, because she's amazing to watch. You know, she comes, and her aunt died. She grieved. She went through this. I'm sure when she came back and did this bronze medal, won this bronze medal for I can't remember, I think it was the beam. I mean, she's like, this is for my aunt. Yeah. Let's go out, let's get it, let's do this in memory of my aunt who just passed away, right? I mean, but she got what she needed, and now whether she moves on, I mean, again, this is just like, this is such a ridiculous thing to be upset about and making demands on this young lady. Right? I mean, if she has a mental health reason that she has to withdraw, fine. It's no way there. I mean, yeah, we're in this whole issue. Everybody, it's a snowflake and da da da. Yeah. Here's something. Here. Let's just tangent for a minute, right? Okay, we did a Reformed Dads episode this last week about snowflake adoption, embryo adoption. And the terminology has been called snowflake adoption. I so wanted to be able to nickname my daughter Snowflake because we adopted her as a snowflake baby, as an embryo. Well, I can't because y'all have taken the term snowflake and turned it into something bad. Right? And the people on the right did that. You've removed my ability to, I mean, I could still do it and redeem the word or whatever, but again, it's just like we come up with these terms, and are there some people in this generation that are soft? Yeah, I deal with them. I deal with people at work that are very attuned to their psyche, right? Everything is PTSD, everything is this, everything is that. But I mean, literally, if somebody who, I mean, she's been competing for years, she's performed fantastically for years, and then she gets a moment where she says, I have to step back, and people lose their minds? Come on. I mean, literally, that is like seriously much ado about nothing. Right? And then, so there's my thoughts on Simone Biles. Good luck in the rest of the Olympics, girl. Whatever it is you do, if you have to step out, do what? You got my support 100% in whatever it is you do. And, come back in 4 years if you still can. I mean, there's a tight window on being able to compete at that level. But she's amazing. And, I mean, good. Congratulations on the bronze medal. I ain't mad at you, right? Me and Tupac, we ain't mad at you, girl. And so, but here's some stuff that I am mad at. Let's talk about vaccines again. Because this is getting, again, oh my gosh. You've got people talking about forced vaccinations. You've got places. Was it Cuomo or De Blasio calling upon private businesses? You need to require this for your people, so we don't have to as a government. I mean, it is becoming this. There's a lot of talk about forced vaccinations, and we cannot do. This is not good. I mean, I right now, I'm telling you right now, I'm willing to lose my job. I'm willing to lose a whole lot to push back on any kind of forced vaccinations. I've already dealt with my work and hostile work environment that they've created by giving people who are vaccinated badges with the little green line, and those of us who are not vaccinated, we're supposed to be the ones to wear masks and stuff like that. I almost walked out onto our production floor with a mask with the yellow Star of David on it. One of my other supervisors stopped me from doing that stupid thing. But, I mean, seriously, I'm not above it or beyond it of wearing this. Because and then they go back to everybody has to wear masks, required to wear masks. And in the memo that they put out, they literally blamed the people who were not vaccinated for the fact that everybody has to wear masks. If that's not creating a hostile work environment, I mean, that means everybody is looking at those of us who don't have the pretty green line on our badges, and it's our fault that everybody has to wear masks. And the reality is with this Delta variant, the statistics, if you look at the real science and the real data and quit listening to the BS that Joe Biden and those people are spewing at you, it is people who are vaccinated who are getting this virus, this variant, getting it and passing it along. That is the majority of people are getting this, are those who are already fully vaccinated. So how is it our fault? I mean, I am in the category of the very least likely to catch any of these variants because I had COVID, and natural immunity, go figure, is far better than any kind of injection you can put into your body. Right? And the fact that these vaccinated people are getting it shows that the vaccine doesn't work. Or at least not as what we've always been taught that vaccines are supposed to be. You get a vaccine so you don't get whatever virus. I'm sorry, my nose is really itching and I keep rubbing it. so you don't get the virus. If you get the virus after you get, why are we bothering with vaccine if it's, I mean, okay, so it's keeping the symptoms mild. But again, we're not seeing an overflow in ICU. We're not seeing an overwhelming of hospitals. Could it just be that the Delta variant is less severe? Because even people who aren't vaccinated that are getting the Delta variant are not in as much peril as they were with the original, right? I mean, as far as what I'm seeing, is what I'm looking at, it's not. So again, I mean, the vaccinations that obviously don't work, and if they do, it's only to lighten the symptoms and stuff, and to act as a treatment, and not necessarily an inoculant, right? But this whole issue, I mean, people are talking about lockdowns again, and I'm not going back. Again, I mean, I never really locked down to begin with. And I never really wore masks to begin with. I'm in and out of Walmarts without masks, even when they were requiring it. I have no intention of going back and doing it now. But again, I mean, the narrative on this, the narrative about this is so ridiculous. America, it is time to just get back to life as we knew it pre-COVID. Go about your daily activities. Put the masks away. Just go back to life as usual. I mean, we're taking temperatures before work and after work, and it's just, it is a complete, utter waste of time. And again, other than that, I don't have really strong feelings about it. But this is something that I wanted to talk about. And this is something that was pretty entertaining to watch. I've got a video. Maxwell Berry, I believe this dude's name is, has been arrested because apparently on a Frontier airline flight, apparently he groped 2 flight attendants, punched another one, got belligerent, ugly, just dumb. So they duct taped him to his seat. I kind of laugh because it's like, well, what else are you supposed to do with a dude like this while you're in flight waiting? I mean, you don't have an air marshal or anybody on board, obviously, to handcuff this dude, place him under arrest. So we place him under citizen's arrest, I guess, and duct tape him to his seat so he can't be the jerk that he was being. But I want you guys to see the video. Fair warning, there's a lot of language in here. This dude has a foul mouth and, mouth like vocabulary like a wounded pirate. So here is the highly entertaining, actually, video of this dude getting what was coming to him. So here we go.
You guys fucking suck! My parents are reporting fucking $2 million goddamn dollars. And you know what? You fucking suck!
Sorry for the blasphemy. I mean, it's really bad. But your parents are worth over $2 million? Yeah, there's a lot of people out there whose parents are worth over $2 million, dude. It's 2021, not a big deal. Doesn't give you the right to grab flight attendants' breasts.
Yeah, you was my grandpa is recording my fucking attorney. Shut the fuck up!
Yep, there he goes, swinging, put him down. I mean, so apparently these employees, this was, I guess it's actually packing tape. It's not duct tape. It doesn't look like duct tape. It looks like packing tape. But literally, come on. You can't tell me this dude didn't have this coming. And everybody's recording it. Hundreds of angles. This video is out all over the place. So, But apparently the employees of Frontier got suspended for this, which I guess, you got to do it. I can't imagine what else you were going to do in this situation. Literally, this dude got what was coming to him. And, I mean, they could have done a lot worse. Right? I mean, taping the dude to the chair to keep him. He assaulted, literally sexually assaulted 2 ladies and physically assaulted that dude. And what else are you going to do? I mean, you're at 30,000 feet, right? I mean, what are you going to do? You going to put him down and sit on him? I mean, how long was the flight? Okay, I almost went somewhere where we didn't need to go, right? What are you going to do? Duct tape the dude to his seat. That's what he well deserved. So I'm hoping that these guys, the crew of this flight, don't get in a huge amount of trouble. With the video out there and everything else, the fact that this guy assaulted the one flight attendant that we see on tape. I mean, we obviously, I don't think maybe somebody did get video of him groping the breasts of the women, but we have on tape assault and battery. What else do you do at 30,000 feet but tape somebody to their chair? Right? I mean, no one's got handcuffs. No one's got. I mean, maybe somebody did. I don't know. But, wow. And then I saw another video. Air travel, that's what I'm trying to come up with, the terminology, is getting kind of weird because, I mean, I just watched another one where people are, like, literal fist fight broke out on a plane over, I don't know, overhead compartment, something. Yeah, but, I mean, but what do you do? Again, I mean, seriously, this is a serious question. If you're a flight crew, I mean, is the solution to have an air marshal on every flight? That's a lot of air marshals. Do you realize how many flights we go around this country and then internationally and stuff like that? I mean, I know that there are some on just randomly, but, I mean, unless you're going to give some kind of law enforcement ability to one of the flight attendants where they can handcuff or something to that effect. But seriously, I mean, what else do you do? I can't imagine doing anything else other than duct taping the dude to his seat. Well deserved. He earned it. He was arrested. Apparently he's out on bail or whatever because his $2 millionaire parents and his grandpa, who's worth more than somebody's life, right, were able to bail him out, and now he's going to stand trial, and hopefully, again, I hope that I applaud, I do. I applaud the crew of that flight for their, their ingenuity in ways of keeping this guy from assaulting anybody else and causing any more damage and doing anything stupid while on an airline, right? So, again, I mean, from a Christian worldview, is that allowed? I think so. I think as Christians we should go. That was a very viable action for the situation that they were in. So there you have it, guys. That's. Let me tell you for this week. Again, we'll see what goes on, and hopefully, again, I'm trying to do at least one a week, sometime in the first few days of the week. No, there's no set schedule at this point in time, and maybe down the road we'll get back to a point where I can say we're doing every Tuesday or every Monday or something as my work schedule, and opens up and allows for that. But at this point, just keep your eye out and hit the notifications, and then you'll know when it drops. And I'm doing a whole lot more with music as well, doing a lot of unsolicited episodes. Master's Dog, False Teachers of the Week, Stupid Things Jory Micah Says, Stupid Things False Teachers Say, which is basically kind of one and the same podcast, just now not just dealing with Jory Micah, but a lot of other people as well. So, keep your eye out and keep the notifications on to see what I drop and when I drop it. And, of course, every other Wednesday you will still get. That is the one where I am, hard and fast to that schedule. Every other Wednesday morning, there will be the fifth seal will come out as we do the countdown of the persecuted church around the world, Open Doors USA's World Watch List. So there you go. All the podcasts that are available to you. If you hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit those notifications, you'll know what's going on. So thank you guys for taking the time out to hang out with me, listen to me rant and rave, and hopefully something came out of this that you found useful or helpful or at least entertaining. So as always, preach the gospel at all times. Use words. They're necessary. And until next time, Soli Deo Gloria.